Welcome to my channel Value Old Coins. Today videos is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The 2010 Elizabeth II DG Reg FD1 penny coin is a modest, yet historically significant issue within the long lineage of British numismatics, representing both the monarchy's enduring presence and the evolution of modern British coinage in the 21st century. This coin, like other contemporary British decimal coins, was minted by the Royal Mint and features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest-reigning monarch as of the early 21st century. On its obverse, the legend encircling the Queen's portrait reads Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2010, an abbreviated Latin inscription standing for Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina Fidei, Defensor, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This inscription carries the weight of centuries of monarchical tradition, tracing its origins back to the reign of King Henry VIII, when the title Fidei Defensor, Defender of the Faith, was originally conferred by Pope Leo X in 1521. Though it was briefly revoked after Henry's break from Rome, it was reinstated by Parliament during the reign of his son, Edward VI, and has remained part of the monarch's formal style ever since. The obverse of the coin features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley, FRBS, a distinguished British sculptor whose effigy of the Queen debuted in 1998. Rank Broadley's portrayal is notably more mature and realistic than earlier youthful depictions, showing the Queen wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most iconic and frequently worn diadems, originally gifted to Queen Mary in 1893 and later passed down to Elizabeth II. The effigy is known for its candid realism, with visible signs of age, reflecting the Queen's role not only as a sovereign but as a person grounded in a long public life. Turning to the reverse, the 2010 one penny features a design introduced in 2008 as part of a complete redesign of British coinage by Matthew Dent, a graphic designer from Wales. In a modern yet deeply heraldic gesture, Dent's design assembles parts of the royal arms of the United Kingdom across different denominations. The reverse of the one penny coin specifically depicts a segment of the lower left quarter of the royal shield, which includes the first quarter of the shield, the three passant guardant lions, representing England. When placed alongside other coins from the 1 pence to the 50 pence piece, the shield segments come together to form the complete royal arms. This was a bold departure from traditional numismatic design, combining contemporary minimalism with heraldic tradition, symbolizing the unity of the United Kingdom's constituent nations under the crown. The composition of the 2010 one penny coin is copper-plated steel, a change instituted by the Royal Mint in 1992 to replace the earlier bronze alloy due to rising metal costs. The copper plating gives the coin its characteristic reddish hue, while the steel core can be attracted to magnets, a property not present in its pre-1992 bronze counterparts. The coin has a diameter of 20.3 millimeters, a thickness of 1.52 millimeters, and a mass of 3.56 grams. Its edge is plain, devoid of reading or inscription, maintaining the clean simplicity appropriate for lower denomination coins. The mintage figures for the 2010 one penny were substantial, reflecting its role as a widely circulated denomination within the UK's economy, though exact mintage numbers can vary depending on whether one counts only circulation issues or also includes brilliant uncirculated proof and other collector's editions struck for sets. The 2010 one penny was produced in the hundreds of millions, ensuring its presence in virtually every corner of daily British life, from shops and markets to pubs and charities, coin boxes. From a collectible standpoint, the 2010 one penny holds modest numismatic value in its standard circulated form, typically retaining face value due to its high mintage and modern age. However, special collector's editions, such as proof coins produced in both base metal and occasionally in precious metals for commemorative sets, command greater interest among enthusiasts, particularly those assembling date runs or collections, showcasing the Matthew Dent Reverse series. Additionally, coins with notable errors such as mistrikes, off-center strikes, or double obverses can fetch premium prices in the collector's market. An interesting note for enthusiasts and historians is the contextual placement of the 2010 one penny within the broader narrative of Elizabeth II's coinage legacy. At this point, the Queen had been on the throne for nearly 6 decades, and the decimalization of Britain's currency in 1971 had long since redefined the nation's monetary system. The adoption of the Dent designs in 2008 marked the most radical visual overhaul since decimalization itself, symbolizing a modernized yet traditional United Kingdom. In this way, the 2010 one penny stands as a physical artifact of a Britain, balancing modern identity and ancient legacy. Furthermore, the coin's manufacture at the Royal Mint's modern facility in Llantrisant, South Wales, which has operated since the late 1960s after relocating from the historic Tower of London and later the Royal Mint Court near Tower Hill, adds another layer to its story. The The Lantrezent facility remains one of the world's most advanced mints, producing coins for the UK and numerous other nations. The 2010 one penny would have undergone precise minting processes, from planchette preparation and annealing to high striking, followed by rigorous quality control to ensure the integrity of each piece. On cultural terms, though the one penny coin has seen declining purchasing power due to inflation, it remains embedded in British daily life and popular culture, from phrases like "a penny for your thoughts" to traditions such as the lucky penny. Despite occasional public debates about withdrawing law denomination coins from circulation, the penny persists as a symbol of small yet essential currency units within an economy, as well as a tangible connection to history through the monarchs. Effigy. In sum, the 2010 Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD1 penny coin embodies not only the function of a monetary token but serves as a microcosm of British heritage, art, design, and monarchy. It represents the ongoing story of a nation expressed through its coinage, where each penny, no matter how small in denomination, carries with it the mark of history, the image of sovereign continuity, and the craftsmanship of one of the world's most respected mints. The 2014 Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD1 penny coin holds a notable position in the contemporary history of British currency, representing a modern yet tradition-rooted example of the United Kingdom's numismatic legacy. Minted by the esteemed Royal Mint of the United Kingdom, which has produced the nation's coinage for over 1,100 years. The 2014 one penny piece is part of the post-decimal coinage system, which officially replaced the ancient pre-decimal pound, shilling, and pence system in 1971. The obverse of the 2014 coin bears the widely recognized fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, masterfully sculpted by the renowned British artist Ian Rank Broadley, FRBS. This effigy, introduced in 1998, was designed to reflect a more mature, realistic depiction of the monarch. Moving away from earlier idealized versions, it portrays the Queen adorned with the celebrated girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a gift to Queen Mary in 1893 that was later passed down to Elizabeth II. Notably, this tiara is among the Queen's favorite and most photographed regal accessories, representing a link between personal, royal heritage and state iconography. Encircling this regal portrait is the traditional Latin inscription, Elizabeth's Cadua, de Guireg, F de Duaribum Putplus. This time-honored phrase is an abbreviation of the Latin Elizabeth, Tu de Gratia, Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The inclusion of Fidei Defensor harks back to the early 16th century when Pope Leo X originally granted King Henry VIII this title in 1521. Despite its subsequent revocation, following Henry's break with Rome, it was restored by the English Parliament for the Protestant monarch and has been borne by all subsequent British sovereigns, thereby rooting each coin within a continuous monarchical and religious tradition. On the reverse, the 2014 one penny features the design conceived by Matthew Dent, a Welsh graphic designer whose work modernized British coinage in 2008. Dent's concept cleverly disassembled the royal arms of the United Kingdom and distributed its quarters across 6 circulating coin denominations, with each design acting as a puzzle piece. The reverse of the one penny coin specifically displays a segment of the lower left quarter of the royal shield, incorporating one of the 3 lions passant guardant representing England. When placed alongside the other denominations, from 1 penny to 50 pence, these coins form a unified, complete depiction of the royal arms, an inspired design choice that both honors heraldic tradition and introduces a modern, interconnected motif for everyday currency. Beneath the stylized depiction, the denomination 1 penny is prominently inscribed in a clean, contemporary typeface, ensuring clarity and accessibility while harmonizing with the coin's historic symbolism. From a technical standpoint, the 2014 1 penny coin maintains the specifications first introduced in 1992, when the Royal Mint shifted from bronze to a more cost-effective copper-plated steel composition due to escalating metal prices. As a result, the coin retains its classic reddish copper appearance, while the underlying steel makes it magnetic, a feature absent in earlier pre-1992 bronze coins. The physical dimensions of the coin are precisely regulated, with a mass of 3.56 grams, a diameter of 20.3 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.52 millimeters. The edge remains plain and unadorned, consistent with its law denomination role and aligning with long-standing British coinage traditions for minor coin values. In terms of mintage, the Royal Mint produced an impressively large number of 2014 one penny coins, intended for both general circulation and collector's proof sets. The circulation issue numbers typically run into the hundreds of millions, a testament to the coin's ubiquity in everyday British commerce, whether nestled in tills, given as change, or donated into charity collections. Alongside standard coins, special proof and brilliant uncirculated editions were struck in strictly controlled environments, crafted for numismatic enthusiasts. and included in annual commemorative sets. These specially struck versions are known for their pristine detail, mirror-like fields, and frosted devices, offering collectors a premium example of the year's coinage. From a numismatic value perspective, the 2014 one penny in circulated condition usually holds face value given its vast mintage and relatively recent issue date. However, as with all coins, examples in pristine, uncirculated, or proofed condition, or those possessing striking anomalies such as double strikes, off-center errors, or die clashes can attract interest and premiums from collectors. The growing popularity of error coins within modern numismatics has seen even law denomination coins, like the 1 penny, gaining attention for rare minting defects. The cultural significance of the British 1 penny coin extends well beyond its monetary value. Though small in denomination, the penny remains an enduring fixture of British life and folklore. Phrases like "a penny for your thoughts," "in for a penny," "in for a pound," and "penny wise," "pound foolish" continue to pepper the English language, highlighting the penny's deep-rooted presence in British culture. Traditionally, it has also featured in customs such as placing a lucky penny in a bride's shoe or embedding a coin into Christmas puddings for good fortune. Despite periodic debates regarding the discontinuation of law denomination coins due to inflation and diminishing purchasing power, the penny endures, its symbolism and utility still resonating with the public. The 2014 issue occupies an interesting moment within the timeline of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Approaching her 88th birthday, Elizabeth II had surpassed the longevity of most of her predecessors and was nearing the record for Britain's longest reigning monarch, a milestone she would achieve in 2015. The 2014 one penny thus represents one of the final annual issues before this historic moment, making it a quietly significant artifact in the continuum of royal portraiture on coinage. Additionally, it remained one of the last coins to feature Rank Broadley's portrait before it was replaced in March 2015 by the 5th definitive coinage portrait of the Queen, created by Jody Clark, a young royal mint engraver whose fresh interpretation of the monarch's image marked a new chapter in modern coin design. The Royal Mint's production of the 2014 one penny at its high-security facility in Llantrys in South Wales underscores the advanced technological processes employed in contemporary coin minting. From the annealing of planchettes to the precision hypersure striking of dies, the creation of each coin adheres to exacting standards. Quality assurance protocols and metallurgical testing ensure that every coin released into circulation meets both aesthetic and functional benchmarks. In conclusion, the 2014 Elizabeth II Reg FD1 penny coin is far more than a humble piece of copper-plated steel. It is a contemporary representation of British history, royal continuity, tradition, and modern design ingenuity. Whether exchanged in commerce, kept in a coin collection, or passed down as a token of British heritage, each 2014 one penny quietly narrates the enduring story of a nation's monetary, cultural, and monarchical journey, carrying forward symbols and traditions that have spanned generations.